here today to talk about how you can align your product-led company with your engineering department. Mainly is that we treat engineering department as just the delivery point, just the guys that actually are going to code or deliver the product. We're going to analyze the new responsibilities and roles that are coming through the engineering department and that are now focused on the product delivery team. What processes you have to need in place in order to align all the departments, engineering including, into the product roadmap, and how now there's a time and a need actually to merge the product roadmap with the engineering roadmap. Because especially when we're talking about SaaS companies, it's hard to see how something into the product roadmap doesn't need some technical specification and also implementation. So what are we going to talk about during this presentation today is engineering embracing the PLG principles, how we align with all the other departments in that new PLG era, how we can integrate feedback into our development process, and how we can make engineering not only producing data for seeing metrics, but actually taking ownership of the metrics that they produce. So the next step is how we go from Agile to product-led. And here we want to introduce something that we call the product ops team, which is actually the team that's responsible for every product that we want to deliver. So the things are like a team focused around the various departments. Obviously, we're talking about the engineering manager here, which is the best replacement for a Scrum Master. We need someone from the product team, like a product owner or a product manager, depending on the framework, on the Agile framework that you're following. We need someone from the UI or the UX, usually a designer. And obviously, we do need someone from the customer success team in order to have a more direct feedback from the clients. That also brings us closer to the customer, because now, using the same terminology, we can understand better the customer feedback. So we can understand why a roadmap can change, which is something, a point of frustration for an engineering department, because, you know, we feel really highly and really emotional about our code usually. So we don't want to see our efforts get thrown away. But if someone really comes and tells us the whys, then the whole procedure becomes more streamlined and it's easier to adapt to change. Obviously, we can prioritize all together through the product committee or the product ops team what is now needed as a new feature, what's the technical effort behind it, and what do we need to do that, and I'll tell more in the next slides. And obviously, now we do, since we said that we have to own the metrics, now we can reason against or for some customers' feedback and actually provide the reasoning why we need to take road A instead of road B, why we need to build feature X instead of feature Y.